Hello everybody, Rosa Tulips here, and yeah, I got a few duel matches for you today if you didn't look at the video at all. But yeah, as you can see, I'm sort of getting my ass kicked to me by this Kyoshin who's playing very weirdly. But a little bit outside of what you are currently seeing on screen, I'm typically someone who will go for the best of 3 against most opponents if they're willing to rematch me. I know some people don't, they just take the win and they go. I generally try to take it to a best of 3, simply because I'm used to other fighting games that make a singular match a best of 3, like Mortal Kombat or Guilty Gear. But, well, generally I just kind of do that with every match, where I do like a best of 3 matches. So, as you can see here, I'm getting my ass handed to me by this Kyoshin, mostly because I do not know how to play Highlander anymore, as if I ever knew how to play Highlander. As you can see, I'm trying to bait out some of his dodge attacks that he was pretty happy to spam last round, but now he's just not doing any of it. And as you will see, I like constantly let myself get hit by full blocks here. I'm missing parries. I'm just not doing too hot as Highlander right here. And a big part of that just comes down to the fact that I suck with Highlander. I can't do any of the inputs for his offensive stance into his defensive stance stuff. And yeah, it gets... And my mental is just absolutely shattered, losing 2 rounds in a row pretty convincingly. So, yeah, not doing too hot on this round. No, not at all. Round 3, I do think I managed to pull around here. But a big reason is simply because as Highlander, if I can get into offensive stance and actually land like some good mix-ups, 9 times out of 10 I win the match. But as you can see, I'm still trying to land like some dodge attacks on this guy. But I managed to hyper armor through that. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure he dropped into his full guard at the end there, but you know what? We take those. I'm like trying to bait out his dodge attacks, but I'm not doing anything to bait out the dodge attack. I'm just canceling everything into neutral because like I do not have the fingers fast enough to cancel a kick into a parry. I just don't. Sometimes I do. This wasn't the case. This guy's dodging attacking a lot from neutral. I'm just falling for it because I'm a dumb idiot. And yeah, we lost the round there. He goes ahead, he says sorry. And you know, I'm like, alright, fine, sure, whatever. We're gonna take this to the best of 3 if you will let me. And let's just say it gets a bit interesting in the other 2 matches. So this round I'm going Shaman. Not a character I'm really good with, I'll admit. But I do manage to get some results because I'm not having to do some weird stance switching stuff with Shaman at least. I mess up the bite there, but his dodge attack gets stuffed by the wall. This guy really likes going Kaze stance into just a random light afterwards immediately. I wouldn't do that. That's pretty bad, I would say. I go ahead, I get another parry here. Like, every time I'm trying to pressure something from this guy, he just keeps, like, instantly falling into Kaze stance. I managed to guard break him out of Kaze stance because I bounce off... I don't bounce off his dodge attack, he bounces off my guard with his dodge attack. That's what I'm meaning. Like, anytime this guy whiffs a move, he'll instantly drop into full guard. And as you can see, I managed to take advantage of that by just instantly guard breaking him. Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure he could have, like, continued his chain. So I go ahead, I get a bleed here. I try to go into a pretty greedy bite, I'll say. He goes ahead, he tries to guard break me. I go ahead, I hit him with his own. He messes up the timing to actually get the punish. He drops into Kaze stance, like, instantly. So I just I just go ahead and I hit him with like 3 guard breaks in a row. I like Shaman, I will admit. I just don't feel like I want to put in the time to like rep her up though. She can be pretty boring at times, and at other times she's like the best thing in the world. Not too sure my thoughts and feelings on Shaman yet though, so who knows. Might have a new main for the Vikings. Maybe I can milk the Viking main thing for another 3 videos. Anyway, I go ahead, I just dodge forward, he is scared shitless. I go ahead and finally manage to land the most greediest bite in the world. And yep, of course he drops into Kaze stance instantly, I guard break him, and that is the second game to me. So the score is 1-1. Whoever wins this next match wins the best of 3, and the most baffling thing is, he switches over to Warlord. Now this guy's very clearly a Kyoshin main. As you might have saw in the last round, he had like 11 reps on Kyoshin. So why he swaps to Warlord here, I have no idea. I swapped to my own Kyoshin, and I get pretty tired of him just doing Warlord things, because Warlord is boring. I parry him here. I was trying to bait a dodge attack there. One of my favorite things with Kyoshin is like everyone is scared of getting hit by the bash for some reason. So what I'll do is I'll just take the one hit, make them think I'm gonna go into the bash, and then just parry their dodge attack if I really want to mess with their head. I'll just hit them once, stare at them, they panic, dodge attack, parry, and I get like a free heavy. And then I hit them with the bash that they were so scared to get hit by. Yeah, one of my favorite things with Kyoshin is exactly that. I don't think I landed on this guy though. I'll have to get footage of me doing that on someone eventually, probably on a Kensei. So this guy, he goes ahead, he manages, I think I actually landed there, I don't know. He rolls away. I voice my disinterest in such a playstyle, so I go ahead and I catch him there. This guy is really scared of my Kyoshin for some reason. I think he's gonna roll there again, so I go ahead and I just do my roll catcher. He actually did a dodge attack which somehow catched him, and he left! We didn't even make it to the final round, and he left! But, yeah. That's just salty Kyoshin mains, I guess. Once again, I'm not sure why he swapped over to Warlord. I just went Kyoshin because it was like, okay, we can have a cool Kyoshin mirror. Didn't happen, though. So anywho, you can see that I'm playing Nuxia here. I hate Nuxia. You know that I hate Nuxia. I'm playing Nuxia for a different video that I unfortunately couldn't get out at the time of recording this one. So I just took some of the footage from that video and just put it in here. Because I'm lazy. Also because I want to discuss Nuxia a bit more. And, well, Nuxia gameplay over Nuxia commentary. So, I've generally written off Nuxia as just a bad hero. Because when I was repping her up, I just couldn't counter, like, dodge bashes. And looking back on it now, actually, I think I might go back into the editing software, because I do my commentary after I edit the video. I might go back and throw in a few matches against a Conqueror I was facing against when I was trying to do other footage for a different video, like I said earlier. I might go back and add a match where I fought a Conqueror to sort of showcase how basically how much I grew from my original hatred of Nuxia simply because, like, any form of dodge attacks and dodge bashes were just infuriating. I still have that problem, I'm gonna be real. I don't really cancel my heavies to, like, counter these things. And as you can see, this shaman plays very weird. Anytime a red indicator pops up when I'm bleeding, they will instantly, and I do mean instantly, like, dodge back bite. It's so weird. I never fought a shaman who fights like that, and as you will see soon, it did not take long for me to adapt to such a weird playstyle, because if you're just gonna dodge backwards whenever I throw a red indicator, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna cancel into something else. But another thing about Nuxia that I've come to really enjoy is that if you land her heavy finisher, you do not have a 30 damage heavy finisher, you have a 52 damage heavy finisher. That's because, if you didn't know, Nuxia's heavy finishers wall splat. And if they do, you land just a metric fuck ton of damage. You actually land more damage than I thought. I thought it was only 52. No, you get 54 damage off of a wall splat. That is insane. Insane damage on a heavy finisher. The caveat is that it's on a heavy finisher, and like everything Nuxia does resets her chains. Her traps, they reset chains. Guard breaks, reset chains. So it's actually very difficult to even land the heavy finisher. But yeah, I managed to land it a few times. I landed a lot more often than I thought I would. Doesn't make the... It doesn't make it good. So I go ahead, I catch this guy out here. I managed to get another wall splat here. And yeah, they were not too happy about the Nuxia comeback. They didn't want to go to a best of 3 after that. But yeah, Nuxia is very fun. I might actually main her over Zanhu, because she's just really fun, especially with those wall splats, because they just do insane damage. She reminds me a lot of Jormungandr, just in terms of like enjoyment, mostly because I like seeing the big number go ooh. Now this Centurion I actually fought before. In fact, they are the Conqueror player I was mentioning about adding to the video earlier, and I might still go back and do that. But this guy was playing Conqueror earlier, and I was prepared to fight his Conqueror. I did not expect him to pull out the Centurion, because simple, he left after the first match, and then we found each other again in matchmaking a few games later. And I was caught off guard with the sudden shift in playstyle between his Conch and his Centurion, because they play very differently, and it very much shows. But as you can see here, my general game plan is just general Nuxia stuff. Throw out a heavy attack, maybe a light, maybe a trap. I think I get a wall splat here? No, I don't, because Nuxia's throw distance is pretty bad. He didn't like that, apparently. I don't know why he was throwing a fit. All I did was threw a heavy attack after not landing a wall splat, and he just kind of rammed his head into it, so I'm not too sure why he's upset with that. But it's not the first time that I've seen someone spam good fight after losing to Nuxia. As you saw, the Shaman just did it earlier. But Nuxia in duels is very fun. Nuxia in Dominion sucks ass. And I don't think I need to be the one to explain to you why Nuxia in Dominion is a bad choice. But I go ahead and I think I get another wall splat here, yeah? I do. That's another 54 damage, my friend. What happened there, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I should have gotten that, but I didn't. I go ahead, I parry him here. He goes ahead, he dodge attacks, I dodge attack. And yeah, that's another round for me. Moving on to the final round, I think? I'm not sure. Yeah, Nuxia is just really fun. I've been enjoying her a lot more lately, ever since I started like my recordings for a different video, which I'm sure will probably come out this month, maybe. All I know is that it's definitely not going to be like that Monster Hunter video I promised, and will definitely not, and is definitely going to come. Yep, that Monster Hunter video is definitely coming, guys. I'm sure. I go ahead, I catch him out here, I think. He just keeps attacking, I just keep trapping. And he explodes with good fights, because, you know, it was a very good fight that he needed to say it 3 times. And, yeah. Here's post commentary rows of tulips here. As you can see, this is the Conqueror match I was talking about in the previous recording. And, yeah, it's the same guy as the Centurion. I actually fought this guy before that Centurion match. And, yeah, the dodge bashes go crazy. Now, as you can see, I'm very hungry to land this wall splat because it's just so much damage. And it can basically just... If you land the wall splat with Nuxia, that's it. That is the match. It is over. Unfortunately, this motherfucker keeps spamming dodge bash. Like, every single time, it's dodge bash after dodge bash. And it's just so annoying. I normally don't include matches with Conquerors or Lawbringers for the sole reason that it's just not very fun gameplay to look at, because 90% of the time, if I win, it's going to look like the match that comes... It's going to look like this round, actually. And 90% of the time, if I lose, it's going to look like the match you just saw, where they just dodge bash me to fucking death. But then the other point of the time is just me doing this. Just feinting everything into neutral so that I can land this goddamn fucking guard break on their dodge bash. Because, you know, this is just fun. I'm just canceling everything into neutral because that dodge bash is just demands so much respect. So much so that it manages to be like an actual mix-up. But, you know what? I managed to pull out a round here. He says good fight twice here. I don't know why. You spam dodge bash. And, yeah, we move on to the round 3. But, yeah. Not too sure what else to say between these rounds while they're loading, because I am an idiot who doesn't cut them out because I do all my commentary post. And for some reason, I don't have the foresight to just cut the time between the 2 rounds, so I don't have to make shit up. As you can see here, I'm sort of keeping my distance because, once again, my game plan is to indeed just cancel everything into neutral. But I actually managed to land a wall splat here, which is surprising. I don't remember landing that wall splat. It does a lot of damage. Can you tell that I really like characters who do big damage? I get a deflect there, I don't capitalize on it, but it doesn't matter, I get a lightest parry here. He goes ahead and gives me 2 good fights, because that was definitely worthy of 2 good fights. And we move on to the 4th round. Now this conch is slowly beginning to realize that maybe spamming dodge bash is not a strategy. And you know what? I commemorate him for finally realizing the one good thing about his character is perhaps too good of a thing that everyone knows how to counter it. He goes ahead, he hits me with some good bash mix-ups here. I try to go ahead and I try to actually play the game. I get light parried for trying to do so. I managed to catch out his thing there because his light got snuffed by the wall. He goes ahead, he catches me out with a good few light parries, not light parries, dodge mix-ups. Because yeah, apparently him and Lawbringer are the only characters in this game who can straight up just mix you up by dodging to the side. Because that's fun. Can you tell I don't like Conqueror? Have I made my displeasure for Conqueror known? I only recorded this one match because I'm pretty sure it's because I landed the one wall splat for the video I'm making soon. And, yeah, it's just not fun fighting a Conqueror. He brings me down here, I go ahead and I follow him. A bit of lag hits me, so I get hit by that raw heavy. I managed to land a few traps on him, but dodge bash, my greatest enemy. I now have to make a guess on whether or not he will dodge bash, because that's fun. I go ahead and I managed to catch out his dodge bash, not this dodge bash, he was just trying to interrupt me with that bash. I almost win the match here. As you can tell, it's very close, it's a very close match, but unfortunately he lands a really good bash mix-up on me with a light. So, yeah, that's the video. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.